So the question of the day is, should Christians listen to secular music? What y'all think? Let's get into it. So I never thought that I would be the girl who would never listen to secular music. I've always had a love for music. I was the girl who listened to the trappiest of the trap music. And I was also the girl who listened to groups like Linkin Park and Creed. I also liked rock music. I am the person who just loved music all around, different genres of music. Gospel music, I liked it, but it was never like on rotation on the playlist. However, when I started to grow closer to Jesus, I wanted to step away from secular music because, let's be real, secular music, not just secular music, music in general has the power to influence you. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever been listening to a sad love song and you were so happy before you started listening to that song, and then all of a sudden those lyrics begin to play in your mind, and now you're reminiscing over an ex-boyfriend that you broke up with, and you know he was no good for you, but that song triggered an emotion in you, and now you're ready to call old boy and profess your love all over again. Music has influence over you. It does. Think about when you're going to the gym. You put on a playlist, there's a certain sound you're looking for to hype you up. You're looking for something that's gonna hype you up, get that heart pumping, get you moving. There's power in sound. There's power in what you let play over and over in your ears. You know what I mean? Your ears an ear gate. Or let's just say that you heard a song about sex, and now your imagination is running wild. All these lustful thoughts are entering into your mind. And you're sitting there thinking like, I remember when he used to do X, Y, Z. And you shouldn't be having sex outside of marriage. Anyway, that's another video that I have about having sex before marriage. Anywho, let's get back to the subject. Listen, when we walk inside of a spa, there's a certain sound that is playing. There's a certain type of music that is playing to get you into a relaxed mood, a relaxed state. So that right there should give us some indication that music affects our mood and the way we respond. So we have to be careful on the things that we are listening to. And I know some of you may be saying, oh, she's pushing it, she's going a bit far. Y'all know me, and you know I'm going to always take it back to the word. So let's open the word. So 1 Samuel chapter 16, verses 14 through 23 talks about King Saul and how he had this distressing spirit that will come upon him. So David would play the harp, again, a sound. He released a certain sound, and the distressing spirit would leave King Saul. So if music has the power to lift an evil spirit off of you, do you not think that there's certain music that has the power to release evil spirits to come upon you? Remember what we just talked about when I talked about, when you listen to music that is glorifying sex, and then a spirit of lust comes upon you. That music has power. When you think about God made music for us to worship him. And we all know that the enemy loves to replicate and duplicate what God is doing. The Bible talks about how Satan is literally made of instruments. He's literally made of instruments. So he also, like God, wants worship. So do you not think that he would not try to get worship through music, through the words that we sing? When we are singing to God, there's so many scriptures in the Bible that talks about singing and clashing cymbals together to produce a sound, to lift up our voice to the Lord. There's something very powerful about when you when you listen to worship music, when you enter into the presence of the Lord. Not only are you worshiping him, but you're edifying yourself. When you think about it, there's a song that I love. All my life you have been faithful. Come on, when you think about those words, you begin to reminisce on the faithfulness of God, and you just like, woo! It's edifying to yourself. But again, when you're listening to these worldly songs, you edifying the flesh. You feeding the flesh. And we know that the flesh profits nothing. It profits nothing. Sometimes when you're listening to a song, it can get stuck in your head. You ever went to bed and woke up and a song was still stuck in your head and you woke up singing something? Imagine going to bed listening to something lustful. And it can impact your dreams. You're wondering why you're dreaming of sleeping with people, but you just went to bed listening to a song that was full of lust. Full of lust. Again, so, I challenge you all to maybe go try 3 to 5 days without listening to secular music. Find yourself some good worship music for those 3 to 5 days and see how your attitude begins to change. Listen, because all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. That does something to you. I don't know how you can listen to worship music and not experience the presence of God. How you can sing and not enter into the presence of God or begin to think back, of the goodness of God. Maybe you're struggling to find a playlist. Listen, when I first came to God too, I was like, Lord, I need some good music. Of course, coming from a person who liked to listen to, again, the trappiest of the trap music, I needed some music also with some bass in it. So I found some good Christian rappers. They exist, people. So there's music out there, but there is none like Christian music. It helps you. It ushers in the presence of the Lord. Get in your secret place and just begin to sing songs to the Lord. And I promise you, it will not only bring God glory, but it will edify you. And you will leave out your prayer closet feeling like you could just take on the world and just fight everybody in the spirit. I love y'all with the love of Christ. I hope this was helpful to you. And by the way, so I didn't even answer the question, should Christians listen to secular music? No! Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you if you do. There are some songs, and my husband and I was having this conversation. There are some songs that are some sweet love songs. Again, personally, I just don't listen to secular music because I'm gonna, all that you do for the glory of God. And that includes the things that you listen to. So I love y'all with the love of Christ. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me here. If you are not part of my family, hit the subscribe button. Or just go on. Get off of my channel. Just kidding. I love y'all.